You guys remember FOIL? If I said x, if I put this y equals x minus 1 times x plus 3. You guys remember FOIL? F stands for first. What are we doing here? We are okay, there's a distributed problem. We're going to multiply these two things together. Right? How do you multiply one binomial times another binomial? Well, FOIL. First, outer, inner, last. What do we multiply? We multiply the first two things together. Which are? What are the first ones? Here's first. What's the other first? X. So here's first times first. So I'm just going to write it out for now. X times x. We always put a plus, but keep the negative sign. If there's like minus signs, keep them negative up here. Plus outside. So on the outside, here's x on the outside. Here's 3 on the outside, the outer part. So x times 3. Those are the outside. Plus I stands for inside. On the inside, these two right here are the inside. So negative 1 times x plus the last ones. Negative 1 is last and 3 is last. So negative 1 times 3. Hopefully this is a refresher and you get this real quick. Okay, because that's all I'm going to spend on it. FOIL right there. From now on I'm going to assume you understand FOIL unless you come see me. Alright? X times x, x squared. Plus x times 3, 3x. This is minus x. This is, I'll just write plus negative 3, but I'll change that up in a second. You always do like terms. Plus 3x minus x becomes x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals y. What did we just do? What was this right here? True, we FOILed. What was this right here? Intercept form. 2 standard form. That's what we just did. That's what I want you to be able to know how to do. Go from intercept form to standard form. Okay? Use the FOIL method. Here we go. Change from intercept to standard. You go ahead and do this one. What I would do is I would multiply these two and then in the end multiply by negative 2. That's what I would do. But it's your call. Go for it. Okay, here we go. I would multiply these. Here we go. I'm going to do it quicker though. First times first gives me x squared. Outside, x times negative 8 gives me minus 8x. Inside, plus 5 and x plus 5x. And last, 5 and negative 8 becomes minus 40. Put these two things together. X squared minus 3x minus 40. But I didn't. People do this. I'll do that sometimes. I'll forget to multiply by negative 2. So make sure you do that. Negative 2x squared plus 6x plus 80. This is standard form. Now if you graph this one and this one, what do you think would happen? Same thing, just different form. Just like if I said graph this in slope intercept form and graph this in standard form, you get the same thing. Right? Doesn't matter. So be able to do example type number 5, changing forms. We're also going to change forms for right here. Vertex to standard. People miss these more than they do the other one. Okay? Why? Because what do you do right here? People try a shortcut, and there is a shortcut, but people will use the shortcut when they shouldn't use the shortcut. So here's how I'm going to show you. What does x minus 1 squared mean? Yeah, this means, if I say what does x squared mean, you would say x times x. Right? What does this mean? This means x minus 1 times x minus 1. Put a 4 out here, plus 9 on the end. If I were some of you, I would definitely do it this way because people try a shortcut and they miss it. So, FOIL these two, which means x times x, x squared. X times negative 1, negative x. Same thing here, negative x. Negative 1 times negative 1, plus 1. But that's all times it by 4. and then plus 9. Clean this up a bit. X squared minus 2x plus 1 times 4 plus 9. And do some distributive property here. 4 times x squared, 4x squared, minus 4 times 2x, 8x plus 4. Then you still got plus 9. Be thorough in all your work. Okay, doing a bunch in your head doesn't help sometimes. 4x squared minus 8x, and these two are like terms, so plus 13. Make sure you put equals y or equals f of x. Okay, there you go. Any questions on changing to standard form from Vertex? You guys know the shortcut to do that one? I'll just do it off to the side, but please don't rely on the shortcut. Shortcuts leave you short sometimes. Here we go. Here's the shortcut. Take this one, square it, minus, in this case, since this is minus, I'm going to put minus here. What is it? 2 times whatever these two guys are. So 2 times x times 1 gives me 2x. And then you square this guy right here. Negative 1 squared is plus 1. There's the shortcut. But here's the shortcut that people do. They take this and they square it, and then they take this and then they square it, and they don't have this part right here. So don't let that be you. Alright? Alright, here we go. So that's basically it for section 2. No vertex form, no standard form, no intercept form. You be able to graph, be able to change forms, be able to do word problems, know what they're talking about. Is there any questions here?